So yeah, so like when it comes to hookup culture, the reason why we have so many people just like with all those dating apps and shit, that's shit that we didn't used to have back in the day, you know what I mean? But the hookup culture, it's easier to just hook up than it is to you know, like have a relationship or anything, you know what I mean? You have to think, when it comes to just fucking a chick, you don't really have to come with much, you know what I mean? Like, she's not gonna spend enough time with you to see your flaws or anything, so you're just fucking, you know what I mean? You can be bummy, you talk to a bummy ass nigga. A bummy ass nigga would tell you that most of his pussy comes from bitches that he barely knows. You know what I mean? Because if the bitch gets to know him, she's not gonna want to fuck with him. You know what I mean? She'll be like, you're bummy, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's why hookup culture is so like booming right now, because a lot of people just like, they're not about anything worth a damn, and so they know, okay, I'm probably not gonna do well in an actual relationship, so let me just hook up.
So for guys and girls, so
right,
for bitches that know they're not about shit,
right, they have no substance.
Yeah, when a bitch knows, okay, I'm a loser bitch, I'm not about shit, let me just go ahead and get dick from guys and just fuck. And that's the best that I can get far as you know, getting male attention,
right,
and
like
male validation. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because it's so easy to hook up, I guess. That's like their accomplishment. They can't really accomplish relationships, so that's their way of feeling good about like the opposite sex.
That's why I think, like,
well, I can get him to hook up with me.
Well, yeah, but that's easy for a chick, because as long as a chick has a pussy and she's like a 5 in looks, she can always get dick. You know what I mean? Even a 5.
I know, she's like convincing herself though, like, oh, well, that's what I want, and I can get this. Like, I can get this guy and this guy and this guy, like, and like that kind of validates her, I guess.
She can only get the guy because most guys aren't winning sexually when it comes to women. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So guys take what they can take. They take what they can get. You know what I mean? But anyway, so let's get into this email. And what's this email called?
It's called I'm Embarrassed of My Car.
I'm embarrassed of my car.
Right. So they say, hi guys, I have a question.
Have you ever had a car that you've been embarrassed of?
No.
Like when you were younger, that you were embarrassed of?
No.
You see, yeah, but you've always had nice cars though, like your mom.
Yeah, my mom, the first car she got me, everyone was like, oh,
wasn't that Eclipse?
Yeah. It was a brand new.
Yeah, so you've always had nice cars.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess. So I mean, I've always had decent. When I was younger, even my first car was pretty good. You know, my dad spent 12
grand on it. You really like your first car.
Yeah,
you talk about it often.
But not all kids like their first shit. You know what I mean? A lot of kids, like when I was in high school, a lot of kids got beater cars.
Right, like because it's your first car. Most kids don't really get like a reliable. Well, I guess they get a reliable, but it's not like a nice car.
That depends on the parents' income. Will determine how nice the kid's car is in high school.
True.
So let's get into this email.
Okay, so they say, hi guys, I have a question for you. I'm 24 and I have had my present car since I was 16.
Damn, he's had that bitch 8 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. It was my first and only car, really. That doesn't sound too bad until I tell you that it's a 1994 Mazda MX-5.
Mazda MX-5.
Right, whatever that kind of.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what that looks like.
I don't even know.
Whatever. I think it's a small car though.
Oh, okay. And it's loud and smokes quite a bit.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
At least get the exhaust fixed, homie.
I don't. See, that's the thing. If he's had that car for that many years, I don't know if he can afford to upgrade or to.
No, but he might not be able to afford to buy a new car, but just at least afford to be able to get the exhaust fixed.
Well, I don't know how much does that cost.
So if he has a job, that's probably like $300-400. You know. So if he has a job, save your pennies, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So they say, I tell my neighbors it's my portable fog maker, but they don't find it very amusing. I don't make much money currently, and I am saving up to buy a newer car, but for right now, this will have to do. Lately, I've been on dating websites, and I've met some girls I would like to get to know more, i.e. take them on dates. But my problem is my car. I'm way too embarrassed of picking them up in it. My last girlfriend, if you even want to call her that, quote, broke up with me via text the next day after our first date. I know my car isn't the best, but I know I'm a great guy, and I wish chicks would just look past my car. My question is, what can I say to these girls to get them to give me a chance? Thanks.
That's what he said?
Yes.
What can I say to these girls to get them to give me a chance? See, here's the thing.
Oh, God.
You got to get to them before they see your car. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're meeting them, like, at the mall or wherever you're meeting these chicks. Oh, did he say online? He's meeting them online?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, talk to them and get to know them a little bit so they can start feeling you before they see your shitty car.
So I think he's kind of like a little bit like shy of doing that, because his first girl that he had, or girlfriend or whatever, or the first date chick, she broke up as soon as she basically saw his car.
Okay, so she wasn't digging him enough. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. If you go work on your body and your gear and make sure your clothes are right and stuff, and you're a good-looking guy, you know, your car can only take you so far, especially at that age. A lot of bitches are so dumb at a young age. Like, you got to be dealing, unless you're dealing with the top 20% of the hot chicks, bitches aren't really fucking with your car all like that on that level where they're, oh my God, his car's so shitty, and you could always drive in their car. You know, I'm like, you'd be surprised. Like, bitches don't really get all that choosy till they get later in life, like in their late 20s. You know, you'd be surprised. Like, I had homeboys, and they had shitty ass $2,000 cars, and they would pick up chicks all the time. You know what I'm saying?
So he should get like younger chicks, much younger, try to get like 21.
No,
20.
I'm not saying that, because 24-year-old chicks are just as dumb. At 21, 24, it's all the same. What I'm saying is once they get 28, then they start noticing shit. But I'm just saying, like, excuse me, don't put so much stock in your car. I think you're more worried about your car than they are. Trust me. You could have a shitty car and get chicks, but everything else has to be right. So your conversation is right. Work on your body. Make sure you're like buff and you have a good build. A bitch can't fuck your car.
Right,
She's not sticking the BMW emblem up inside of her. So
right, and that's what you can always say to her too. You can say, well, you're dating me, not the car.
Yeah, you're not fucking the car. I understand that it might embarrass her if she goes out in public with it. But who knows? Maybe she has a better car. You know what I'm saying? If she has a nicer car, I have a hard time believing if everything else about you is right, that she's gonna not fuck with you only because your car is shitty.
Wait, no, I have a hard time believing that a chick will like give him a chance. A chick who has a better car than him will give him a chance.
Well, that's not true. That's not true, because
Where does that happen at?
I've seen that quite a few times growing up. Yes, where the chick had a nice car and the dude didn't have a nice car. You know, let me tell you something. When I was in my 20s, I had a Honda Accord, and I used to fuck with bitches like young 20s. I used to fuck with bitches that had a brand new Lexus. You know what I'm saying? And they're fucking with me, and I had a Honda Accord. I mean, my Honda wasn't like shitty, but it wasn't like, you know, it was just a Honda Accord. And this was in my young 20s, and these bitches had brand new 350i Lexuses, and they would, you know what I'm saying? So you'd be surprised.
No, I guess that makes sense, because those chicks, they saw your whole package though. You had your own place, you had your own 2-bedroom, like you had a great paying job, like I
had a decent job. I didn't have a great paying.
No, for your age.
Yeah, I had a decent job. Yeah,
for your age, because you were able to afford all these things, and plus have like leisure money to go out and have fun. So you were living comfortably, and they saw that.
But
so they could have been just driving the Lexus, and that could have just been like the only good thing that they had.
And don't get it twisted. Like, some of these bitches I would fuck with, they had like a Lexus, but they lived with their mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so all they had to worry about was their Lexus car payment and insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think you're putting too much stock in you're more worried about the car than they are. And the chick that dumped you because of your car, did she say it's because of your car, or do you just think it's because of your car? Did she complain about your car? But I have a hard time believing if everything else is right, that I have a hard time believing that a bitch would dog you out. Everything else, meaning like your body's right, your clothes are right, your conversation is right. I'm telling you, you're putting too much stock in your car, and when you're young, you can get away with that, is what I'm trying to tell my wife, because she keeps trying to cut me off. You don't think he can get away with having a shitty car when he's 24 years old? I do.
No, I think you're right. No, you're right, babe, because see, he's putting way too much emphasis, and he's worrying way too much about his car and how that chick will think of like his car, not really worrying about him and his personality and what she'll think of him. And so I think that's probably coming off as, because he's like subconsciously just car, like, oh, my crappy car, like in his head, he's probably coming off as, I don't like, oh, what's wrong with you? Like, where's your, do you have a conversation?
Make a joke about your car. Tell her you have a shitty car and make a joke about it. Just be like, hey, you know, I have a piece of shit for a car, but I'm saving my cheese so I can get a better car. You know, just make a joke about it. You know, like, you know, own it. And, you know, and you'll be surprised how they'll just let that slide. I'm telling you, there's chicks that are materialistic, and sometimes they got their own nice shit. And they'll just, I'm telling you, if they're digging you, I've had homeboys in the past, and they would fuck with bitches that had a way nicer car than them, and the bitch would drive them around. I'm telling you, like, chicks today, young chicks, they have such low self-esteem. There's chicks that love to drive a guy around in their nice car, and the guy has a shitty car. I've seen that so many times. I promise you, I've seen that so many times growing up. So I'm telling you, you're just worried about the car more than the chick is. Make sure everything else is right about you. You smell good. You go to the gym. Your gear is right. Your conversation is on point. I'm telling you, if you got a crisp mouthpiece, I've seen bummy, dusty ass niggas get with bitches that have nice ass $50,000 cars. Real shit. Lexuses, BMWs, Mercedes. Real shit. And these niggas didn't have shit. I've known niggas that didn't even have a car and lived at home with their mom and had a bitch pushing a Mercedes and driving him all around the town. Real shit. Wow. Now that don't last long. I'm not saying that they stay together, but I'm just saying you'd be surprised, but you might only need 3 to 6 months, you know, to get another car, to get a nicer car. So I'm just saying, like, don't.
He did say he's saving up.
Yeah, the bottom line is don't put too much stock in your car. Like, just make sure everything else about you is good and you have a crisp mouthpiece. So I hope you got your answer from us, and you guys keep subscribing and emailing us. And a shout out to Matt Jones, because you're hitting our Cash App real tough lately. We appreciate you, family. We see you. And you guys leave a comment down below on what you think that if you disagree with us, let us know, or give him some insight on what you think. Leave a comment down below and tell us what you think. If you think that there's something that we missed on this about the car, tell us if you disagree with us and you think he just needs a newer car. If he was older, if he's 28, yes. But at 24, I'm telling you, you can get away with a shitty car, but everything else has to be on point.
Yeah, it's coming off wrong, like, to the chick that he's going on dates with, because he's focusing so much and he's worried so much about his car.
Just get other things better about you. Fuck the car. Right now your chips ain't right. Tell her that. Sometimes you'd be surprised what you can get out of a chick if you're just real with her. Real shit. Because a lot of guys be fronting, you know what I'm saying? So just be real with her and just tell her, you know, you don't have a nice car. But, you know, like I said, have a good conversation and your clothes right and everything else on point, and you'd be surprised, homie, how far that'll take you. But anyways, this video is getting longer, and you guys subscribe, give us a like, and we are out.